Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to tune in. First things first, hope everybody's having a blessed and productive Tuesday so far. Hopefully, everybody able to get to their destination. Back to the regular week as we speak. And I also want to thank those who popped in for the live last night. Definitely want to thank those who popped up on the panel. You know, it was definitely a good topic, definitely a good build, and I'll definitely be having that part three. You know, definitely want to get a few other people in and let them chime in on the situations at hand. Like I said, last night was definitely a good build. Salute my brother, top of the morning. Hey, Anisha, blessings. If you didn't catch last night's live, catch the replay. Like I said, definitely was a positive build. You know, and definitely, hopefully everybody did get a little something out of the whole panel because it is crucial that things start reforming, especially when it comes to schools. You know, Papa will salute. But like I said, last night was definitely a good build. Um, like I said, definitely needs to be more reform when it comes to the schools. And that's on all aspects from security to education. Period. Like I said, they definitely need to update the curriculum when it comes to educating these kids. And you shouldn't be educating these kids just to be productive workers for society. Like I said, when it comes to those type of talks and topics, you're gonna get that over here. Last night was definitely a positive build. Again, if you didn't catch the live, catch the replay. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna have another open panel, and that'll be a part three because I definitely want to get a few people that said they wanted to chime in. So definitely wait and set that up. You know, Shakira, blessings, sis. A-Pan, blessings. Top of the morning, sis. Like I said, it was definitely a positive build last night because all in all, we know what's real. You know, there are a lot of things that need to be changed all in all in the school districts. And this stuff just period that needs to be changed. Like I said, some of you people know you could come together, put your money in the pot, and try to do certain things that these governments ain't going to try to give you. Why not do it? Like for some people, if you could spend almost $100,000 on a Benz or some motherfucking foreign car, you should be able to take that same $100,000 and invest in a space, buy a property. It don't cost much to buy the property. Well, I forgot, except New York City, you can't own none of this land. You can lease it, but even still, that's you got money to do it. Do it. You could be sparking a new thing. You could definitely be sparking a revolution because it'll go to show people like, damn, they came together, put something together, and now they trying to help with certain things that we know for a fact is plaguing the community. Certain things we don't always, like I said, we don't always have to fucking look to them for help. If you're willing to put your shit together, you can do it. You know, like I said, who deserves more of a fighting chance? The kids and the young adults, because some of these young adults is, like I said, running around here aimlessly because they don't have no real guidance. So all in all, it's just certain things that you can change in your area, and if you got the funds and the resources to do it, do it. Like I said, it don't hurt to do selfless acts. Like prime example, you know what your community needs. Try to do what you possibly can. They need a rec center for the kids to go play and even try to learn. Try to build that. Like I said, you could definitely change the world in a multitude of ways, even with all the hate and the ignorance, you know, because that's what you're going to encounter anyway when you try to do things on the positive tip. You're going to encounter those little bumps and bruises, but you dust those off and you keep pushing for something better. Just like I said, when it comes to education, these kids deserve better, and they need to learn a little bit more than what they learn. That's why I said when I do this open panel, I'm gonna leave like I said, I'm gonna leave the few people that said he was gonna pop up. I'm gonna let them definitely give their all no views and opinions, because some people have actually went through some stuff where it forced them and pushed them to make a change, and I can respect that. You know, we just got to start looking at the bigger picture a lot of times. The bigger picture ain't just trying to get the 15 minutes of fame. No, the bigger picture should be trying to help these people possible, best way possible. Like I said, even in the replay last night, you know, you had people who have knowledge or have information on certain things. And like I said, everybody in this community is building one way or another from each other. Like I said, I've come to love what I've created. And I can't even say created. I'm proud of what the hell I've done. Like I said, you could bring people from different parts of the tracks. You could build, network, even gain some knowledge on whatever. And it don't got to be no disrespect and no foul stuff. That's the type of example we got to start setting for some of these kids too, because some of these kids do come on it, and when they do circle around social media, a lot of times they're going to see some of these adults ain't being adults, like I said. So that's one way we need to try to at least spark a different revolution. Yo, popcorn, what's good, my guy? The word salute. Like I said, that's the one thing. You know, everybody could come together and definitely gain insight and knowledge. And then that same insight and knowledge, you could pass it on to the people who need the most, you know? And in the same token, sometimes they might know certain things you're not familiar with or privy with. That's what I'm saying. We're supposed to be teaching each other. It's not supposed to just be, oh, one is teaching one. No, we supposed to be teaching each other. Period. You know, like I said, it's just a lot of different things people need to start taking into consideration. Even if you ain't got nothing saved up, money wise, right? You actively getting paid, you doing something. Sometimes it don't hurt to put a little something to the side if you might need it. Even if the smallest investment sometimes can turn out big. You think people really putting a whole grip into a stock market? No. They'll put bits and pieces. Some people might be able to do it. Other people are going to do what they do that works for them. The main thing is trying to let it grow. And like I said, the knowledge and awareness, that's always going to be brought to the table, because we are looking at real time horrors, and some people are just trying to overlook it and just accept it as a norm. You can't accept certain things as a norm, especially when you know it's immorally right, like I said. And I feel it's immorally right that any type of knowledge you could pass on, you're not passing it on. Any type of awareness you could try to bring, you're not bringing it. Hey, Marie, blessings. No doubt, sis. Like I said, a lot of times you just gotta look at the general focus on things, and the overall thesis of all of it is just you want to see change, you want to see prosperity, you want to see people not having to rely on certain things just to survive. You want everybody to at least have some sort of knowledge buildable so where you can do what you see fit, whatever your niche is, and you can keep it growing. Like I said, you could pull your resources to do certain things, you can do it. Like I said, for those who are fortunate to be into the money, take that money and spend it wisely instead of spending it on shit that you can't take with you. Spend it on things that could at least leave a generational impact, even when you're gone. You opening up a community center or any type of educational center, that's a start right there. And as long as the torch is passed to the right person and everybody is doing what they're supposed to do, that shit will continue to grow into generations and generations. You know, you already see they trying to defund certain things as it is. So that's why I said a lot of times you just got to pull your old known resources and still try to pass the knowledge you can pass. Like I said, no kid should be denied any type of education. But then again, you're gonna have those who already have it set in their mind that they don't want to see themselves succeed. And even when you try to give the best inspiration sometimes, if they already got it set in their mind, there's really not much you can do but just pray and hope that they wake up and see the overall vision and the overall message before it's too late. Coach Sterling, salute. If y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. You know, and again, happy Tuesday to everybody. Hope everybody is, you know, at their destinations basically. You know, it is something that really just take hold of. You know, some people don't know how lucky they are to really like change things, and they won't do it. God could be giving you a clear sign in your face, and a lot of y'all won't take it. There's something else I was going to bring up this morning too, and I found this kind of interesting. And even though this came from a social media post, I still found that that's eerie and that's still foul. And it just goes to show you what I said a couple lives back about some women just being too vindictive and just too petty. So the story was this kid has been helped. Well, this kid was basically kept from his father for 26 years. Now I know some of y'all probably unheard this already, but I just come to find that's very, very saddening. It's very saddening and it's very just disturbing. For 26 years of a kid's life or of this person's life, you robbed them from any type of relationship with their father. I don't think that's a right move. And honestly, I always said this. When you do certain things out of spite, these kids feel that shit. They know what's what. I'm sorry, they know what it is. And at some point they are going to rebel against you. And they're going to know the truth. You know? There's just some things you cannot do in life. Again, ladies, that right there, that right there just it shook me a certain way because it still goes to show you we still having these problems today. And it got to be something psychological for some of you women to really feel that that's the thing you can do is keep a child away from their father. Now, like I said, unless the father is a danger to himself and others, or if he's on any type of registry he ain't supposed to be on, then that's the only way you really should be keeping your child away from a father. Sorry, ladies. Some of y'all are really doing some vindictive stuff, and it's sad. Yo, what's good, bro? What's good? Realist, what's good, my nigga? You already know. Early AM smoke shit, talking to the people while I'm taking this walk, while it's not too cold. Like I said, just think about it. How could you literally hold somebody back for 26 years of not knowing they father? And then the lie and say that, oh, He said you was a mistake. That's not the way to go. And why would you go to a lie? Once you lie to a kid, guess what? That lie, even if you try to cover it as good as you could try to cover it, it gets opened up. And when they find out the truth on what's what, they are really going to despise you to a degree. And you can't be mad about that at all because you robbed them of a relationship. You know, every kid deserves to know their mother and father, regardless of what the situation is. But when you start lying and saying certain things along the lines of, "Oh, he said you was a mistake," or even along the lines of your father died or your father's a deadbeat, your father left us. Stop lying to these kids. Just stop lying. You know, and I feel that's the craziest thing you could ever do is lie to your kid. You could shield them from certain things, but you can't lie to them. Because like I said, at some point they will understand that you literally lied. Any little lie to them a lot of times, they'll take that with them. You know, it's sad. Again, these are the type of things that I speak about because these are the type of things that are actually happening. And this shit is sad, man. You know, 26 years of not knowing your father, you know, and it's sad. You got some people who would kill to have that opportunity to be with at least both parents. But then you got people who will literally sit here and scar their kid because they feel scarred. And some of y'all have to stop taking y'all aggressions out on the kids. I'm sorry. Some of you women and some of you men are taking out aggression on kids that don't need to be taken out on them. Just because you're in a sour situation doesn't mean they have to be in a sour situation. You're supposed to be the stronger person and try to just maneuver around the way you see fit. It's real crazy, man. Like I said, when it comes to certain things, I call it down the middle. And I'm going to always call it down the middle. Because at the end of the day, again, it takes two to tango. So when it's all said and done, it's not about y'all no more. It's about the welfare of that child or them children, you know? And that's really a sad, sickening notion to know that you would really deny that person any type of bond with their father, you know? And just think about it. Now you got to try to get acquainted with somebody you didn't even think was your father or didn't even know was your father, you know? Hey, Virgo, blessings. Oh, that's crazy. Appreciate you coming in, sis, and welcome to the family. You know, like I said, it's just, you got to understand that, you know, these children feel all sorts of energy because they are feeding off of us. They feeding off our life force, whether you want to believe that or not. And when you start lying to them and you start denying them certain things, they will take that and they will hold on to that. And yes, they will regret a lot of different things and they will definitely rebuke you if they feel need to because you have robbed them of something that you know for a fact you shouldn't be robbing them of. And if you was at least lucky to have both parents, why do your kids not have? Like, come on. There's just some things, like I said, when it comes down to it, you got to think about the overall wealth, the overall health, and just the well being of that child. Some people are so stuck in their own twisted, demented little minds that they will do shit like that. And I'm sorry, I can't give no credit to nobody that's ever done that. If you denied any type of bond, which it's not accepted. It just it shouldn't be accepted at all. It's fucking crazy. Like And you're right, Shakira, it will manifest because look what we seeing now. Then we just seen another one with the little 6 year old boy having a gun, father in the damn house sleeping. Lying, saying ain't no gun in the house. The kid got a gun. The lady got so scared because she knew it was a real gun, she ran in the crib. And God forbid that could have been another bad situation. Another kid losing their life or possibly being in a situation because of negligent parents. That's why I said it takes two to raise a kid, but it takes a village. No, it takes a community to raise a village of kids. You're gonna have to. Gotta start steering them in the right direction and stop lying to them. Just be truthful. It's a difference when they're young and they don't really understand. You don't necessarily have to explain much. But when they get of an age where they know what's what, you're supposed to tell them the truth and not tell them no falsified information. I'm sorry, you're not supposed to do that. Yeah, and that's the crazy part. And I'm sorry to hear that too, sis, because that is crazy. Like I said, that's selfish in its own right. Because come on, you have basically robbed somebody of knowledge of their parent. I don't care. You deny them all of that. They're gonna feel a type of way because there are questions that they know for a fact need to be answered, and especially if they are not on the right side of the tracks to a degree, they're gonna need some sort of closure. You know. So I said you got to be mindful of the things you do, especially when there's kids involved. Like I said, unless the parent is unstable and is a danger to themselves and others, or if they own any type of registry that they ain't supposed to be on, there's no need for you to deny any kid their parents. Period. Or if anybody in the chat right now, y'all got wrenches, y'all already know either drop links and show love or show each other love. Y'all got the wrenches. Again, it's just something to take into consideration. This is another reason why sometimes you have things that are plaguing the community in the wrong way because you have some seriously vindictive women that feel because they've been hurt or because they feel something ain't going right for them that nobody should be happy. And that's a real sad logic. And that's also just, I feel it's something psychological because what real woman or what real man would keep their kid from knowing the other parent? Like I said, I'm calling it down the middle because you have some guys it's rare, but you have some guys that do the same shit too. A lot of the kids. Hey, Angel, blessings. Hey, Ryder, blessings. I see you in, sis. Ryder, I don't know if you gonna be free like around 2-ish or 3-ish. Because I was probably gonna try to do this open panel a little earlier than expected. It's only because I feel I got family coming during age. I ain't gonna be able to get through a live stream. They gonna fuck with me all day. So I'm gonna definitely try to do this open panel later because I know you said you wanted to speak on a few things, and I'm also trying to give Letitia, opportunity as well. Or if you're not free around that time, I'll try to schedule it probably like 5, 6. This way, I'll give some people some time to get in and do whatever, you know. Because I definitely want to finish talking on that topic we was talking about last night because it was definitely a good build, you know. Yo, it's Mike. Salute. But this is all I said. You never deny a kid that type of feeling. You're not supposed to. Again, you know, they take everything to heart and consideration, especially when they're young. Because if you are supposed to be their protector, you're supposed to make sure you're not lying to them and you steer them in the right direction. How can you steer them in the right direction if you're lying to them? You know, you have to think about the things you do, especially when there's kids involved. And I don't care how vindictive you might think you can be, that shit still comes back and bites you in the ass. Because, like I said, once these kids find out the actual truth, you got a whole bunch of explaining to do. And if you can't even keep up with a lie, they're going to find out that real truth. You know, I'm just saying, it's something to really think about. You know, you can never sit here and deny these kids happiness. You can't deny them the truth. As much as you want to try to, you can't. Because any little bit of a lie is going to fucking haunt them. Here it is, like I said, you denied this man for 26 years to see his child. You lied to the child saying that the father said you was a mistake. And then to come to find out, it wasn't even the case. And you have situations like that. Some of you women got to stop lying. Some of you women got to stop making poor decisions. I can't say all of you because there are women who actually, if they've made a mistake, they've corrected it, they've learned from it, and they ain't doing it again. Some of y'all will continuously make the same mistakes, continuously bring kids in this world, and knowing that you're not happy or not even going to be happily married or even be with the person. So my thing is, why continue to do it? This is why a cycle will always continue because some of y'all making the wrong choices. Fellas, same thing with y'all. Y'all know she for the streets. Let her ass stay in the streets. Sorry to say it like that. Why put something in somebody if you know for a fact y'all not gonna click? And then when it come down to the kid, y'all definitely might not even click because come on, you trying to do things a certain way. This one want to do things a certain way. Like I said, you got to think about the overall welfare of the child. You have to. The kids are not chess pieces. The kids is not games, pawns, none of that. That's something y'all need to understand as well. You cannot sit here and think that that's any type of being a real woman if you're gonna lie, or even being a real man if you're gonna lie to your kid about the other parent. Just tell the truth. Yo, Sprocket, salute, my guy. Like I said, there's just things you really need to take into consideration. When you sit here and you lie to the kid on any aspect, you fucking them up and you setting them up for failure. And I'm not gonna be kind of calm and collective about that because I still feel a type of way about that shit too. Sorry. No way you can tell me you felt comfortable or even good about yourself as a woman to deny any type of relationship with his father. It's sickening. This is why I said you have real men out here who are trying to be a productive part of their kids' life, whether they still want to be with the baby mother or not. And you have the baby mother who wants to be vindictive, still wants to be on her thought hood booger stuff, or just want to be vindictive to a point where it's like, I don't care. If I can't be with you, or if you can't be with me, then we can't be together. You can't be with this kid. Stop using these kids as pawns, man. It never works out. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous now. And that story right there, I don't care if it was on. So that shit right there goes to show you what's really going on in real time. Another thing, because you got these people not knowing who their actual parent is and what they about. And then there's so many questions and so much to catch up with. Sometimes it might not be easy to even do that. I remember a situation like that again on TV. I remember it was on TV. 20 years, this boy didn't even know that the guy that was literally down the block from him was his father. But then again, it just goes to show you. Some of y'all sit here and lie. Why lie? Even if you didn't bump into this man every day, you knew who the father was. Wasn't hard for you to say, let me introduce you to your son. And then like with this situation, I felt for the young boy because he was on the internet snapping. And I don't blame him. You literally robbed me of knowing who my real father was. So I didn't blame him for fucking getting like that. Definitely did. Like I said, it's some things that you ladies are gonna have to take into consideration. You cannot literally sit here and lie to kids because you're hurt. And I literally think that's a psychological issue because it seems like it's passed on. And that needs to be broken too. Start being truthful with your kids. Does not matter. Same thing with some of y'all fellas. Prime example, mom's a whole dope head out here. You still gonna have to tell that kid that truth. As harsh as it might sound, and as harsh as it may be, you cannot lie to them. And you have situations where some people have literally said, I'm gonna let you raise them until I get myself right. And then in the same token, that same person is lying to the kid. Your mother left us or your father left us, they didn't want to deal with us, etc., etc. Instead of telling them no, your parent was on a drug, your parent was really out here struggling bad to a point where they had to go get themselves right. Tell them the truth. So all you could possibly do a lot of times is tell these kids the truth. Gotta take that pride away a lot of times, man, because that's another reason why some of y'all do the things you do. Your pride hurt. Get out your pride. It's not about you no more. It's about the damn welfare and the well-being of that child. Like I said, no kid deserves to not know both parents, even if the parents ain't together. They still got to have a bond to build with both of them because both of y'all created that person to be in this world, period. But when you say logical shit like this, oh yeah, no, I'm being logical. It's not even being emotional. It's just being logical and being truthful. And see, the problem is y'all will love a lie before you love the truth. Make it make sense, y'all. Keep telling you. Make it make sense. You have to, because the shit don't make no sense how you literally 26 years you denied that person any type of relationship. It goes to say a lot about your character when you can go along those lines. I'm sorry. That's just my own opinion on it. Ain't no getting around that. You know? And I always felt like this, when you using kids as pawns or you using them just to try to get one up, that ain't a good look. And you know what? They feel that. Because it honestly to them feel like, well, which one loved me the most if they going to be sitting there doing this type of shit? Like I said, some of these people are going to wake up to the realization and they're going to see, oh, you just was doing this for the hell of it. Okay. Well, watch what I start doing for the hell of it. You know? Yo, MTG, what's good, my guy? Oh, my bad. I'm looking at two different names. See, my bad. Scrolling through the chat. I see you, sis. Blessings. I got to scroll through the whole chat. You know, like I said, you got to put two and two together. Don't lie because you felt like you was lied to. Don't lie because you just feel hurt all in all. Sometimes people ain't gonna click. But if y'all could come to a general conclusion and come to a common ground where y'all could both raise the kid, even if y'all can't be around each other. It's not about y'all again, it's about the damn kids. Wake the fuck up. Honestly don't make no sense. And like I said, that's not just his situation. That's a lot of situations. People are literally just now meeting family they ain't know they had because you want to either keep things on the low or you just want to keep, you know, you just want to, how you say it, isolate the whole situation. You can't isolate problems. Guess what? Even when you isolate it, you still have a choice. You could run under it, over it, or around it. But when you come back around that bend, that problem will still be there like a wall. So you're gonna have to break through that. And again, some of y'all are gonna have to get out of your damn prides and start being more truthful. Like I said, no kid should feel that type of fucking hurt, division, none of that. And it's really sad that some of y'all could think that that's the way to go. I'm a lie. I'm a lie and do this so you don't necessarily have to find out the truth. You know? Fucking sad. Like, get a grip now, man. Hey, Score, blessings. Hey, see you in a couple days. Hope all is well with you, sis. Hey, I see you, Christy. I see y'all all popping in. Those who just tuned in, hit the like button. And if you was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. But like I said, that's something that shouldn't go over nobody's head. Well, like I said, I'm definitely going to do this open panel at a certain time this evening. So at least this way I could get a few people back on the topic we were back on last night. Because that's something that definitely need to be reformed too. Everything school-wise and education-wise. Especially if it's trying to benefit the youth. You know? And I still feel that's a sad notion because it goes to show a clear indentation that you're going to always have people like that who feel that's the best possible option. Let me lie to this kid instead of being honest and fruitful with them. Guess what? When they get older and really realize what the hell happened, you ain't going to like the person they become. And then how can you even try to rectify anything when you're still going to encourage the lie and the bullshit? We love you too, Scott. We was looking for you the last few days. But like I said, it's just take that into consideration, like I said. If you're not going to be prepared for any type of responsibility, and that's even dealing with kids, you really shouldn't try to bring them in the world. And if you're going to bring them in the world, bring them in the world with somebody that you know for a fact is going to have your back, whether y'all together forever or not. There are some people who make a baby mother, baby father situations work. Why? Because they have a common ground. The common ground is we got to do what's best for the kids. We can't worry about us. That's a whole fact. No doubt, Rach. Like I said, everything is a learning process, but trust me, the long run, we all building from each other one way or another. And that's why I said I've come to love this little community that I've come across. I can't say y'all was with me all the way. I was just a lonesome nigga. But it goes to show you build and do the right things. And again, that real topic right there is a topic that's happening every day. Kids are being lied to. Certain people are finding out they had extended family they ain't know about. So on and so forth. Too many family secrets. And see, that's a problem too. Some families got to stop keeping a secret too. If you know the truth, you need to tell them kids the truth. The parent ain't going to tell them the truth. I'm sorry. You're going to have to. No doubt, sis. Long as you good, we good. You know, he was just worried about you. That's it. We ain't seen you in like 2 days. Kailani, salute, my guy. Top of the morning. You know, like I said, this something right here that should really stop. And that process needs to stop because you are fucking up these kids psychologically. You are. You are messing them up completely. Because now they thinking this parent didn't love or care for them. And coming to find out this parent probably done been sending them stuff, doing everything in particular that they done got along that, course of time is coming from the father. And it's sad because I've seen one or two situations like that. You trying to keep a good man from his kids. That's not cool. Like I said, we all have our little bumps and bruises in the road, but that don't mean you're supposed to hide them from their parent. I'm sorry. We all ain't perfect. There is no such thing as perfect. It's sad because you want to see certain things in society break. You want to see changes, but then you have people like that will continue the vicious cycle. And that vicious cycle, like I said, is just lying. Stop lying to these kids. The kids are going to pick up on any type of false energy they know for a fact is false. And don't be surprised when they do start asking people questions. Because when they're young, that's what they do. They ask people questions. They're going to ask questions. And then what you going to do then when you act? And then what you going to do? What you going to explain to them? When they find out the truth and they want to see if you still going to lie. If you still going to lie in their face? Because I've seen that happen too. Person completely lying to their kid the whole time. Kid done already found out the truth and everything they needed to know and was still trying to give that parent the benefit of the doubt and she would still lie. That's why I said you can't continuously lie to them even when they get old enough to know the truth. You got to be truthful. You just got to nip whatever in the butt and you have to fucking man up to whatever you did. And it's foul that, like I said, that lady got to feel like shit to a degree. You got a whole man that been trying to be a part of this kid's life and you denied him. So imagine when that karma comes back to a degree. Imagine if something happens to you and that kid decides not. Yo, bro, I only got this, bro. I only got this, bro. That's it. I just got finished. This is my last cigarette right here. My bad. Yo, but this is what I'm saying. And I'm sorry. This is what I'm saying all in all. Imagine you still lying to somebody that know the fucking truth. How stupid or how sickening can you be? Sorry to say that. And honestly, going back to what I was just saying if I was rudely interrupted. Imagine if something happens to you and now he decides he don't want to have no dealings with you at all. Or you might need him for something and he decide, nah, I want to just let you suffer the way you let me suffer. You got some people who will really do a nah for a nah. That's why I said you have to be mindful when it comes to these kids. That ass. And you got to learn that, man. My bad, y'all, because shit, I even motherfucking, you just begged me earlier and I just told you I ain't have nothing. Even though I fucking know for a fact you probably got some cigarettes somewhere. Nigga got it. That's why I be saying some people think I don't know the difference between somebody really struggling and somebody just panhandling. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, my bad. Fucking loud ass. Something must have happened. Fucking helicopter out too early, y'all. My bad. That shit just blew my eardrums out again. You know, but all in all, Papa will salute. I think you was already in here, Pop. You must have came back. You know, but think about it. Like I said, karma comes back in a way that you won't even expect it. Especially when you have lied to a kid their whole life. Especially when they're supposed to be your offspring. That speaks volumes. And like I said, at some points, that will damage a whole what you thought was a good relationship with your child. So you cannot sit there and deny them any type of knowledge of both parents. Whether you can fucking stay together or not, it's not about y'all no more. It's about the damn kids. And I don't want that to go over nobody's head neither, because like I said, that lady in particular should feel ashamed of herself to the fullest degree. Because how ratchet could you be, or how vindictive in your mind could you be to even go that route for that long? And even to the family. If the family knew what was what, why y'all ain't fucking step in and say something? Let me find out she the Debo of the family and she fucking threatening all of y'all. I'm sorry. When it comes to doing right, sometimes y'all families got to stop keeping secrets too. Gotta fucking tell it what it is, man. You have to. Just saying. You don't want that shit holding over your head that you lied to your child in the worst way. Because guess what? That lie is going to manifest even more. And when you really run out of lies and excuses and they already know the truth, you're just going to have to face up. Then again, you shouldn't have had to lie in the first place. If you know you had somebody that was willing to be there and do what they were supposed to be doing as a parent, then you shouldn't have denied them that. And a lot of you fellas and a lot of you women too are gonna have to really start standing up on certain shit. Because like I said, I could call it down the middle. You have some men who will do slimy shit like that. But it's rare. You always catching the women doing it. Because the majority of the time, these women are the ones that are hurt. And for whatever reason, they felt that's the best way to do things. I'm going to lie to my kids just to quote unquote protect them, but you're really hurting them. You think you're protecting them, but you're hurting them. Like I said, you can shield your kids from certain dangers, but you can't lie to them about certain dangers. And you definitely can't lie to them about their parent. Sorry. Just things you ain't supposed to do. Like I said, I'm definitely going to have a part 3 to last night's panel. And y'all already know y'all more than welcome to pull up on it. So on that note, too, education and everything else definitely need to be reformed. We want to see these youngins inspired to be great, and we definitely want to see them doing great. We got to start really pushing the wheels forward. I think I'm actually doing something when it comes to here because, again, you're not going to have me entertaining anything outside of building or knowledge or awareness. A balance to a content creator is where you're supposed to be at. And if you got a balance in your life, you should be able to have a balance on here. Just saying. I know everybody's different, but if you have a balance in real time, there should be no reason you can't have a balance on it. And that's what I'm trying to bring, a golden balance to show people that there are more than just negative content creators out there. Or just showing them that not every content creator stepped away or strayed away from their messages. You know? I'm sorry, y'all, because I had to really think about that for a second. The fact that you really hid somebody for 26 years, man, that really speaks volumes. And then imagine the surprise if you find out the parent you've been hiding them from actually has another family. See, that's why I said you can't fucking lie to these kids. It's not hard for you to say, listen, me and your father, we didn't work out together as a couple, but yada yada yada. This is why what's what. Especially when they get of that age to really know what's what. I'm sorry. It's some things you're not supposed to do as a parent. And lying to your kid and keeping them away from somebody, that's the worst thing you can do. And like I said, I don't even see how she was able to sleep every night knowing that that's on your conscience. You are lying to your child, keeping your child away from somebody who could be the best possible dad and the best possible help that they could have been. See, and the problem with some of y'all women is that y'all refuse to let a man help you the way he see fit. If y'all can't get along, and you know y'all can't really get along, but now there's kids involved, y'all have to put y'all mutual differences aside for the sake of them. And some of y'all really say, well, if we can't be together, then you can't be happy. That's a false narrative, and that's something else that needs to be eliminated. Again, all of those learned behaviors. Those ain't something that you just wake up and say, I'm going to do. No, these is learned behaviors. And some of y'all are learning these behaviors from the people around you. And some of y'all actually being the cahoots with the he and laughing about that shit is not funny. Because now that kid is definitely about to suffer until they get knowledge of what they get knowledge of. You know? Yo, Alan, salute, my guy. It is a ripple effect because, like I said, they feel that. And when it's all said and done, when they really get the truth and knowledge, that's when they're going to start questioning you. And you can't even sit there and you can't even give them a lie when they know the real truth. You know, like I say, get out of your feelings, get out of that mind state of thinking. Some of y'all women need to hear this. Get out of that mind state of thinking. Stop lying to your children. Regardless to what your situation is, stop fucking lying to them. Because guess what? You're going to be the one getting burnt in the long run. It's going to be a long, slow burn. And again, I don't see how you can even sleep at night knowing you did that for that many years. And I bet you certain nights it probably did haunt you because you were literally sitting there denying that child any type of knowledge or even enjoyment of the other parent. Yo, conscious business, salute. I said it's time to really break that cycle and that way of thinking. And some of y'all ladies literally have to stop being in your bag about certain things. If things didn't work out, okay, you pick yourself up, you keep your head held high, and you got to keep pushing forward. Now, I can see if you made a mistake and you really slept with somebody who's a deadbeat that ain't going to take care of it. But then again, you have to pick the right people you are laying up with before you even bring kids into the world. And that's on both ends. Some of y'all men can't complain about, oh, this bitch is a hoe and this is that and the third. Yeah, but you knew she was for the streets and you still laid up and put a baby in it. So whose fault is that? Same thing with some of y'all women. Y'all know some of these niggas got more than a few kids and you still lay up and what? Now you got another one. Another baby mother situation. Like, come on. Y'all gotta stop just thinking with that lust factor, like I said, and think about trust and think about all in all what the possible outcomes could be for these children. It's really time to stop, man. And these are things, like I said, when it comes to these type of topics, I keep bringing that shit to the forefront, whether the people want to hear it or not. And I'm gonna be in your face about it because these are things you can't overlook when there's shit happening like this every other fucking day. And I'm sorry to sound like that, but I'm really disgusted that some of these women are still using these fucking psychological tactics to lie and keep these kids from being happy. Just because you miserable doesn't mean your kid deserves to be miserable. Your kid deserves to know all the fucking truth they supposed to know. How you going to try to set them up for greatness if you setting them up for failure? Make it make sense. Now, I'm sorry, but it's time for that cycle to break. It's time for these chains of bondage to break. It's time for these learned behaviors to get unlearned. Because in the long run, guess what? You're still making yourself look stupid. You're still making yourself look idiotic. Why? Because you are lying to a kid that doesn't need to be lied to. And again, some of y'all families, you know certain things, might as well open your mouth and say it. Why keep lying to the kid to where the fuck you hurting them, man? When y'all know it's something wrong, it need to be exposed, expose it. You got some people who even lie. Oh, that's your Uncle Jimmy. Knowing damn well that's your damn father. Why the fuck you gonna sit there and lie for? Even if y'all not together, there's no need for you to lie to no kid. And it really ain't. Because we have situations like that too. You got kids finding out they uncles or finding out who they thought was cousins is they own. Like, come on. Like, what part of the game is that where you gotta fucking lie to the kids? I'm dead ass. Fucking crazy, man. Like, it's time for some of y'all women to do better. And I approve this message. It's time for some of y'all to stop thinking irrational, especially when there's kids involved. Start thinking about their overall well-being, their overall emotional well-being. You got some people who are acting out now because they don't know what the fuck to expect. They don't know their parents good enough. Come on. Like I said, when it comes to certain situations, it ain't about y'all no more. It's about the welfare and the well-being of the children, regardless. And I can't say that any more clearly. Like I said, this is something that everybody should really take into consideration. That you really have situations like that are occurring. And you're sitting there lying. Y'all gotta make it make sense, y'all. You really have to make it make sense. Because am I supposed to really believe it's kosher for anybody to lie to their kids when you know there's no need to lie to them? I'll wait on that answer too. These are the type of things that people will try to overlook and underlook. But you got to look that shit directly in the face. And you're going to definitely have to make changes and improvements. That's really about it. Yo, what's good, my guy? You know, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. All in all, you got to think about that. You just literally took time away from somebody who was trying to learn something about their parent. And then all that time that you hid them, they can't get that time back. That's time wasted. That's time not knowing nothing. Like I said, you can't get time back. Time is precious. And that's what some of y'all women have to fucking understand. Time is precious. Regardless of how you feeling, like time is precious. And the longer you sit here and lie and try to keep these kids from knowing the truth, the more we're going to keep having these different plagues in the society happening. And it's really time for some of y'all to wake the fuck up. It's not about y'all no more. It's about these kids again. You know? But all in all, I ain't going to keep y'all forever. I'm definitely trying to debate what time I'm going to start this open panel. Because I want everybody's view and opinion on the live we were talking about last night. Like I said, everybody I know got some sort of added insight they want to bring to it. You know, and the panel will be open. You know, and if it don't happen today, you know, there's always going to be another day because this topic is happening every day. in a multitude of ways. It's happening every day. Scotland, salute, my guy. Like I said, stop setting your kids up for ultimate failures. Show them better. It's not hard to do. Show them and teach them and don't lie to them. That's the only things you should have as a blueprint for a parent. Teach them, love them, and don't lie to them. When you lie to them, you are breaking a boundary basically. And now when that person decides they don't want to talk to you, they don't trust you, what could you possibly say then? Absolutely nothing. Because you set that road up for yourself. Instead of being a real responsible adult, you wanted to be an immature child. And I feel any type of stuff like that still happening today is immaturity. Because like I said, no kid deserves not to know both parents. There's a difference if both parents are dead and it's a difference on that. But it's not gonna be you bringing these kids in the world and you psychologically fucking them up. Shouldn't be that way. And if you feel it needs to be that way, you shouldn't have no kids. I'm sorry. Even if I had kids right now, I don't think I could lie to them about anything. Even things that I know for a fact I wouldn't even be proud to talk about, I don't think I could still lie to them. That's just me. And I know that's mostly everybody here. I know you can't lie to yours. I wouldn't be able to face myself lying to my kid. And I don't see how some of y'all could do it. Like I said, the son to take into consideration. Right now, in the time and the era that we in, we need y'all parents to start being more united on the forefront and really start educating the kids and stop lying to the kids. Can you please do that? Like, can we at least get a shift on that? Like I said, I don't have to have kids to know how to deal with them. I've had 4 god kids that the youngest one is about to graduate high school soon. And every last one of them, I was an active part of their life regardless. Because I knew I was in the next in command in case of anything happened to any one of the parents. Period. Watched them all come out the womb and grow up to be respectful young adults. Who says you need to have kids to want to do something right for them? Or just to stand up for them? I'll wait on that fucking answer too. Like I said, I ain't gonna keep y'all all morning. Definitely about to figure out lunch now. I'm burnt off all this walking. I'm burnt off all this anger. And now it's time to treat myself. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Definitely, we're gonna have this open panel. I'm just gonna set a time reminder, and we're gonna move from there. You know, for those that are gonna be down, y'all already know what it is. I don't mind getting different views and opinions, especially when it comes to tools of building. You know, I don't think I could be somebody else, so I'm gonna continue to do what works, and what works here is what's gonna continue to work here. You know. And even when one thing don't work, please, because I gotta go, there will be multiple different options and roads to definitely make things work. And again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all all have a blessed and wonderful afternoon. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Shout outs to the replay gang. Shout outs to the shadow watchers watching with your boy. You already know what it is. And y'all already know it's love anytime y'all in the chats. And like I said, we definitely gonna have this damn open panel topic tonight. Part 3, the education and reform in school safety. We're gonna definitely be on it. Hopefully I'll see you later on, Rachel, and hopefully if she watching, I hope she chime in. Cause I definitely want to hear y'all ladies' opinions too. So Definitely always going to be building tools, and that's what I'm going to continue to keep doing. Building and burning bridges that I know for a fact need to be burnt. And they're getting burned for good reason because I am literally trying to shake the room, if you want to say that. But I'm shaking the room for a good cause. So we'll definitely be back later, y'all. Hope y'all enjoy yourselves. Until the next live, we out here. Peace and blessings.